Welcome. My name is Christopher Nyalwal. For those who don't know me, I am the founder of Craft Your Future. What is it? A financial coaching program. So I just thought it would be just good to start the year off with a good open day, just for guys to come and just hear what we can do for you in this year. And also just give you something that you can take away from it as well as you plan your year, set your plans for the year. A bit of my background: I'm a financial coach for Craft Your Future, but I'm a financial expert. I've did my Bachelor of Commerce from Strathmore University. I also did my SCCA, so I'm a certified accountant. I also did my master's in finance and investing from London School of Business and Finance. So I know a lot about finance and investing. And I thought this would be so perfect because most people focus on one thing. If somebody is a financial advisor, they focus on the numbers, right? But I thought, why not also focus on the mindset of people? Because it's also a big thing, right? So if I can teach you how to solve your problem, but if you don't want to solve it yourself mentally, then you'll never solve it, no matter how many times I give you the solution to it. So there's a school, in the school of learning, there's the normal school that we go through, right? The 844, the CBC system. And in this system, you're usually taught throughout the term, right? So throughout the semester, you're taught, and then you're given your test at the end of the semester, just to see whether you're moving on. Or at the end of the year, you're given your test. But then there's the other thing called the school of life. Now, the school of life is different. The school of life gives you the test first, then teaches you your lesson. And that one is rough, right? That one is usually rough because if you don't learn your lesson from the test you're given, unfortunately, the school of life will not move on. You'll keep getting taught your lesson until you get it. And it is painful. Yeah? You might get stuck doing the same thing over and over again. And if you don't learn from it, you'll never move on and your life will never proceed to the next level. So you need to learn from the test that you're given and then you move on. All right, so what's our mission? Our mission is simple: to impact lives of people everywhere, okay? We impact your life not only in the financial aspect, as I said, even your mental. This thing will help you even in doing other things, not only financial. If you have other things that you'd like to achieve for yourself, it will really help you. It's just about opening your mind. So our focus is through personal development and financial coaching. What is personal development? So personal development is basically looking inwards with a focus of bettering yourself, becoming the best version of yourself. For you to be the best version of yourself, you need to imagine, how do you see yourself? Some of you have role models. Who are your role models? Just shout out names of role models that you have. Mandela, Barack Obama, who else? Role models. Just shout out, please, just shout. You have role models. Come on. I said this was an interactive session, all right? Don't feel shy. If it's your dad, say it's my dad. Yeah, it's okay. They're all role models. So role models, usually, why we have role models is because we usually picture them as the perfect version of ourselves, right? They have the confidence, they have the charisma, they have the leadership skills that we all want to get, right? They have that commanding a room. Like when that person enters, people recognize that, hey, somebody has entered the room, all right? So you start, making sure you're in good shape and all that. So personal development is all about becoming that role model of yours, working on your confidence, working on your communication skills, working on even your thinking, the way you do things, your people skills, becoming better at what you do, even adding value to yourself. For example, even in your workplaces, for example, for you to get that promotion, you need to have some added value to yourself, right? You won't get a promotion for you just doing the basic thing that everyone does. And to make it worse, maybe you're in an organization where you have 500 staff. So you really have to do something to stand out, right? So that's what we're pushing for. So personal development, getting you to that next level of yourself, that best version of yourself. Then we have financial coaching. Now, financial coaching, as I'd mentioned when we had started, society expects us to know how to manage our money, yet we are not taught. So I can remember when I got my first job and I got my big fat salary of 40,000 shillings. And people just expected me to know, I mean, now you're working, so you're supposed to know what to do with your money. But according to me, I was still reflecting back to my campus days, right? So now I'm earning, but I'm thinking the way I used to think in campus. So my first thing is, I need to spend to impress. I need to get a car because I was javing for a number of years. So now I need to get a car. I immediately want to move out because I want freedom. Yeah? All these lifestyles that we see out there, our friends. The thing is, you don't know where your friend is getting money from. But because he's working and you're thinking, I'm also working, so I should be living the way he's living, right? So I want that expensive watch. Immediately, I want iPhone 14. Yeah? It's very real, right? So your mindset is still thinking before how it was. And because of our egos, I'll not ask for help. I'll do it. I'll man up and I'll do it by myself. So imagine if somebody came to you and offered you help from the time you got your first job. You'd be so far, right? I feel like I would be so far. I would not have wasted so much time and my money. And then the other thing is, when you realize that this 40K is not covering all these costs, what happens next? Fuliza, loans, SACCO. I'm immediately signing a form because I've been a good member. So you start getting a loan. And loans are very easy to access because you're told, hey, you're working, show me your payslip. You qualify for 1 million. Who wouldn't want 1 million? I got my car, right? So, and then slowly by slowly, now you're paying a loan, you're still paying your transport to work and all these things. And then you start realizing, hey, if I'm not paid by 20th, I'm in problems. I'm in problems. So if I'm not paid by 20th, then it means I have to borrow 5K from somebody. Nishikilie tu, right? I'll pay you end month. Little did that person know that there'll be a revolving fund. Every month I'll be going to the same person and saying, that 5K, remember you gave me? So you need this idea again, I'll give you again at the end of the month. So what's happening right now? You're living beyond your means and you don't even know it. You're relying on the fact that when end month comes, I'll get money again. So what is wrong with the world? The world is good, yeah? The world is good. So you're living beyond your means, you don't even know it. And the sad part about this is you'll do it for years without knowing. You'll do it for years without knowing. Even if your salary increases, you'll just increase the same way your salary has increased. Your debt now will not be 5,000, it will be 10,000 because you've taken up more things because you feel you have more money. So you have more leverage for these things. So this is the sad part. So as I said, the school of life is tough. If you don't learn from it, it will keep doing the same test. And you'll end up 10 years down the line, you can't show anything that you've done with your money. So that's why development and financial coaching go together. In fact, these two go together to the level whereby they're almost inseparable. For example, how many athletes have we seen winning the jackpots and the marathon? Several. They win 5, 10 million, 20 million. Within 3-4 years, this person is in the news for being the most broke person ever. Or even us. You don't even have to look outside the room. Even us. You can find that you've been working for several years, 5, 10 years, from the 40K you started with, now you're earning 250K, but what do you have to show for it? Nothing. You're all flashy. Everyone knows you're earning good money these days. But if somebody were come to ask you, Wangari, so what have you done with your money? You'd be ashamed. You're like, hey, my bank statement is reading 2,000 shillings as we speak. And I can't withdraw because, hey, it's bad, you know? So everyone outside is assuming, the way we always look at people working in America, you know, we always say, those guys are living their life. Because the guy, you see him there, he's driving, he's doing all these things. But if you ask him, boss, when was the last time you slept 8 hours? Nothing. He can't say. So if you don't work, if you get your money this level, if you're lucky enough, you start with your money this high, but your level of personal development is here, sooner or later, your money will come to where you are. But the beauty is, if you work on yourself, sooner or later, you'll go to where the money is. Because why? You're adding value to yourself. And the more you add value to yourself, the more people see it, the more you're being called to give advice to people. You become that uncle of, can I give you my CV? Somebody needs a job. You know, can I give you, if you hear something, just let me know. You know, you become that authority. People start looking at you as an authority in your area of specialization. I know many of us have different areas of specialization. So if you become the best at what you do by working on yourself, then the money will come in naturally. It will, 100%. Okay? So that's what we are trying to do when we put these two things together. Why do we do it? We believe that each one of us was meant for more. Life was not meant to be just about getting your salary and spending it in the next 5 days and waiting for the next payday. You'll never achieve anything in your life if that is a cycle that you're always living in. We need to open up our minds to there's much more than the basic things that you do every day. There's much more that you can achieve. There's much more. You need to have plans so big that they scare you. Like, you need to tell somebody your plans and they look at you like, in which country are you living in? Yeah? But it's your vision that you want to achieve. And what does it really mean to you to achieve it? What would it mean to you if somebody were to tell you there are no limitations, think that there's no money, money is not an issue, whatever you want to do in your life, what would it be? Like, how would your lifestyle look like? And most of us have very big plans for ourselves, but what do? We downsize our dreams every day because we keep thinking of, but I only earn this much, or my business is only giving me this much. But if you thought beyond that, if you thought, if I actually work on myself, and the course we actually give you a lot of things that you could actually consider to even improve your business, improve yourself, where to invest your money, all these things that if you just give yourself time, your lifestyle can drastically increase. But it starts with you knowing exactly what you want. So each one of us was meant for more.